This is the most capable woman I've ever met in my life. One of the reasons I'm lucky that she's my wife. But she's like can do so many like things, but she can't find shit. Like she's just so clueless. Like I bet you she was trash at Where's Waldo books when she was growing up, but she just can't find shit like her keys, her phone, anything. And then she just like pretty much like gives up almost immediately because she's bad at it. But if I'm ever in need of something or help, just no help, just up your butt. I'm like, that okay. Yeah. I just had to like literally drop all my afternoon plans, help you find something, and then you can't help me for 2 days.
Right. Y'all are a humor match made in heaven, boy.
If it exists. Welcome to LLPNN. Last week I said it was our third or fourth installment, but I believe it was our fifth installment, but it doesn't matter. The date is February 2nd. I'm Joey.
Oh, Corinne. You're not gonna do the we're recording this on this day, and if you're listening to this on this day.
You're not going to catch me in this trap this time, but we are doing it on our scheduled timing. So we are recording on a Monday, February 2nd. And if you're new, LLPNN is just an expanded quick news segment, essentially where we just cover 5 to 6 news topics, and that's the whole episode. So stuff that happened in the previous week, and I'll get started. So Catherine O'Hara, aka the mom from Home Alone, and several other things, passed away this week. How hard is this one hitting you in the feels?
Bro, hella hard because up until her death, that bitch was cooking. Don't let nobody else tell you nothing different. She carried in Beetlejuice, fucking carried. That's the only comment that I had when I left that theater was Catherine O'Hara carried this shit. She had a cameo on the studio. She had a cameo in The Last of Us as Joel's therapist. She had like 2 minutes of screen time and tore that shit the fuck up. I was like, bro, supporting actress nominee right fucking now. That bitch was cooking until she died. R.I.P. She's a fucking queen. I know you watch her shit too, right?
You just listed a whole bunch of stuff I haven't watched. I love Home Alone, but I usually watch that during the holiday season. And
Yeah.
she's a terrible parent. She plays a terrible parent well, who just loses her kid twice. But I've seen bits and pieces of Schitt's Creek. I feel like it's like when I'm at my parents' house or something.
Mm.
It's a very family-friendly television show. It's something you watch like with the whole family, not something I would choose myself. But she was good in that as well. But yeah, I mean celebrity deaths, we don't know them personally. Certain ones hit us at different levels. So this one was sad from the Home Alone standpoint, but I just hear everybody talking about all the things she's done. I'm like, man, I must have missed all that shit because I didn't know much of it. But rest in peace. I mean, it sounded like she has some kind of rare disease or something. Someone was saying like some heart thing, or maybe I made
I
that up.
actually didn't even see what she had died from, so that's news to me.
I feel like
But
it
I
was.
mean, she was in her 70s, so it's like,
I feel like it was something rare though, if I'm not mistaken. I don't want to misspeak on health condition, but I think it was something like something rare and not like necessarily like self-induced or anything like that.
I feel like death been knocking on all the wrong doors this year so far.
And leaves all. Don't answer. Uh,
Maybe you had the wrong 70-year-olds.
yeah. All right.
All
We
right,
can move on.
Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble took place this weekend. Do you have any thoughts on the results? I obviously didn't watch it, so I don't know shit. But
In Saudi Arabia. Let me tell you, Karim, I didn't watch it either. And let me tell you something. My wrestling fandom gone down, in the years. It told you my primetime wrestling watching career, third to sixth grade. I rediscovered it again in my early adulthood, but through having children and a wife and such, I don't watch as much. So I went from watching, I'll watch every pay-per-view to I watch the big ones. This is one of the big ones, one of the ones I thoroughly enjoy. So you know what? Saturday rolls around there in Saudi Arabia. 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, I'm firing up my TV. I'm like, I'm gonna watch this shit. This is important. Fire up Peacock like I always do. Not on Peacock. Oh, well, WWE has that deal with Netflix. Now I'll fire up Netflix. Not on Netflix. It's on some bullshit called ESPN Unlimited. Corinne, have you heard of ESPN Unlimited? Because I didn't know that shit existed until Saturday. Did you know that existed? There is not just ESPN Plus either. It was ESPN Unlimited. So, some streaming app that I didn't know existed that's $30 a month was required for me to watch something that I thought I was going to be able to watch because I have a million other streaming platforms. This shit has gotten out of hand, and I was so aggravated and so annoyed that it's just one more streaming platform that we have to have. Basketball's on 6 streaming platforms, the NFL's on every streaming platform now. Like at this point, I wish we would just go back to cable. I'd pay the 180 and get rid of all the streaming apps if we could just go to one centralized place again, because this is getting ridiculous. Roman Reigns wins the Rumble. Liv Morgan wins the Girls Rumble. Didn't see any of it. Both of them not super shocking picks. Cool, I guess, but like I said, I haven't been following, and I don't know anything else because I don't have ESPN Unlimited. What an annoying world that we live in right now. It went from convenient to annoying real fast.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie, you froze for like a minute in there just for me. So I don't know if you froze on the viewers, but it seems like you were complaining about streaming services, and you know that I'm always down to complain about that bullshit.
I just didn't know it existed. I literally didn't know it existed. It's been on Peacock for forever, and all of a sudden it's
Hmm.
not, and it's on something like I literally sounded made up to me. ESPN Unlimited is $30 a month too. No way.
Yeah, now that so the UFC signed a deal real quick. UFC signed a deal with Paramount for like
Boo.
$7 billion or some shit. So now all the fights are on Paramount. And I was like, let me go in the actual app and make sure that I don't gotta pay for none of this extra bullshit. Because when I sit down and watch this fucking fight, I'm not trying to be surprised by some $30 fee y'all got me on. And surprisingly, it actually was free with just Paramount. So
Well, that's
I
crazy
was
too, because
like,
Paramount like still is holding it down as like the cheapest app right now. I feel like they're still,
and it works that way as well.
yeah.
Anybody who's thinking about getting on it, that app is fucking garbage.
Landman rules though. All right. The Grammys were last night. I completely thought I get all these award shows confused. I thought it was the Oscars yesterday. I was so convinced, but it's the Grammys, which if you're confused like me, is the music one. Did you get a chance to check it out? And if so, do you have any thoughts, feelings, emotions?
Actually, I did not. I didn't watch it. I just
You're
a
supposed to be
lot
an
of those
award show girly.
a lot of those award shows are just fluff. First of all, when it comes down to the music award shows, I only care if there's one person there and he don't go to those no more. So, so as long as I'm not missing him perform live, I don't give a fuck. Bad Bunny won like album of the year. Kendrick Lamar won some shit. Miley Cyrus ate that red carpet up. Gaga tore some shit up. Olivia Dean won. Everybody was talking about some fuck ice except Jelly Roll. Fuck him. Yeah,
Chaperone wore a loincloth, but on the top.
I saw that fit and I was like, okay, bitch, I
That
see you.
was a choice.
Bye. It was. I don't think it was a bad look though. I was like, okay, sister. She looked good.
I,
You're not
it,
looking like you want to agree.
No, I didn't say it was bad. It was interesting. Didn't expect that to happen. And yeah,
Man sees a woman half naked
I was like,
for the first.
for the first time, exactly. I'm glad you know these kids adopted. Artificial insemination. No, with the Jelly Roll thing, man. God damn it. And like I don't listen to his music like that, but I like he seemed like a pretty solid guy from what I had seen. And then just taking the I'm just a dumb redneck. You don't want to hear my opinion. It's like, dog, that's such a cop out. Like, and this isn't even like political in my opinion anymore. It's just,
No.
are you a good person or are you a bad person? So he's on that Sydney Sweeney train, only she's like, I'm just an artist. All right, bitch. First of all, relax. Okay. Relax. Artist.
Barely.
Yeah, for real. And then it's just like she's not walking back any of the shit she did before. She's just kind of doubling down on the white privilege express. Like I just don't get it. But that Jelly Roll shit was disappointing. Bad Bunny gave a good speech from what I saw, which was cool. I think Kalani, your wife, or Kaylani, I think she said fudge ice. I'm trying to limit the F words that I say so they have more impact when I use them.
That's crazy. Couldn't be
But
me.
yeah, well, it's not. Don't worry. But I think that was about all that I saw. I guess Tyler the Creator performed. I didn't see that, but yeah, the Jelly Roll shit's disappointing for sure. Because
I
it's
didn't see
like
that. The even funnier thing about Jelly Roll is that they pulled up pictures of 2 years ago of him and Christy Nome being besties. Yeah. So I guess you weren't a dumb, stupid fucking redneck then. You weren't. So you do know. You do talk politics. Oh, okay. That's crazy. Just wondering. All right. After spending about $75 million total on the Melania movie, it debuted pulling in a whopping 7 million this weekend. Do you think Amazon is going to get their return on investment for that one?
absolutely not, and good for them. First of all, what? Why would we want to watch that movie? Like, I'm being dead serious. Like, what has has she done anything worth note? Like what is because is it just like a memoir movie? Is it like a biography or is it like
It's not even that. It's literally just like I think it's like 20 days leading up to the most recent um uh
election?
fuck his campaign, his election. Like that's it. It's not even about like her full life. It's literally about I was looking on Reddit and somebody was like, yeah, it opens and she's like picking out like tables and on and looking at cabinets and looking at dinnerware and talking about the music for the like the events and it's like, bro, this
Why would
isn't
anybody care about that? Like that, first of all, doesn't do shit as the first lady. Like Michelle Obama would never. Like I just don't understand like why people would want to watch this. What are we going to benefit from this? We just see behind the scenes of the sick party planning, how they choose the music for whack ass
yes.
Trump rallies. All right, we're going to play
Yeah.
YMCA at this juncture, and then we're going to have McDonald's in
And
the back. Make sure my guy's
and
got 18 Big Macs ready for him.
and more on that later.
I'm even more pissed off now because she shouldn't have a movie in the first place because that's first of all you do that about like first ladies and presidents who deserve that type of shit.
Yeah.
What has she done? And then it's not even a biography. I was like, oh, maybe her early life was interesting. I was like, maybe they could take that standpoint and people will be interested in that, but it's not even that. Who cares? And it
She is the least impactful person on this earth. Any room that she's in, she goes wholly unnoticed, uncommented on. She is unremarkable. Why in the fuck did y'all spend $75 million making this?
and she's one of the ultimate sellouts. Being with married to this man, like Vance is a terrible sellout, but you're married to this man by choice. By choice. Like whatever the case may be. All right, enough of that nonsense. That just pissed me off even more when I found out what it was about, though. Don Lemon was arrested earlier last week for filming a protest in a Minnesota church. I guess they kind of stormed a church where the priest or whatever they're called was an ICE agent. And then, meanwhile, during this same week, Nicki Minaj is on stage with your president. So that beef just got way more interesting. One's getting arrested in the middle of the night, supposedly, and the other one's up there holding hands with that scabby ass shit that he's got attached to his arms. How are you feeling about this? Are we just deeper and deeper in the twilight zone at this point, or what?
My president, we got a red hat on us crazy. Yes, we are in the Twilight Zone. It is just not the good one directed by Jordan Peele. You know, if I don't even know what I do to keep myself sane anymore. Like I literally don't know. I just see shit and I just have to move on from it. Like I can't.
It's sad that this shit has become normalized. That like literally like shit
Yeah,
like
that's
crazy
what it
shit like this
is.
is
Like you just see this outrageous shit and you just have to be like, oh well, anyway.
she's over here like insulting him in the most childish, like derogatory ways. He's coming back at her eloquently, like just stating facts about how her family and husband suck. And somehow she's on stage with the president just because she's bootlicking a little bit. And then Don Lemon's getting arrested. Like this shit is crazy. First Amendment just doesn't apply anymore. Like this is
Yeah,
like one of the more, and on a real net, one of the more dangerous times if we didn't already know that. But like
right.
Constitution just doesn't apply because he can do whatever he wants and we can't do anything. Right to bear arms only applies to certain people.
Yeah.
First Amendment only applies to some people. Uh,
Hmm.
awesome times, awesome times. But he
Um,
wasn't the only journalist
yeah.
arrested either.
Yeah, no, it was like a handful, and they were all black. Shocker.
Donald Trump did that? Like his
What?
people?
Arrested black journalists?
He arrested black
No.
people?
Read the line. I'm moving on. All right, back to the halftime show that you're going to be watching. Turning Point announced their lineup for their halftime show, which I know that you're eager for. It'll be headlined by your boy Kid Rock, along with Brantley Gilbert, never heard of them, Lee Bryce, don't know who that is, and Gabby Barrett. How excited are you to watch this on a scale of 1 to 10?
Let me tell you, what a star-studded lineup of people we never heard from. On one, on my Super Bowl halftime show, you've got literally somebody who just won album of the year. On the lovely Turning Point one that you'll be watching, we have some guy who hasn't been relevant since 2007. If this was 1999, baby, third grade Joey would be really hype about this Kid Rock performance. Used to love me some Ba with the Ba. Up until a very recent time, I'm unfortunately embarrassed to say how much I liked Cowboy by Kid Rock. But ever since he
It was a
became such
banger, bro.
banger. But ever since he became such an outward Trump supporter and such a, I mean, he was already trailer trash, but he was our trailer trash. He's no longer ours. I give him back to the wolves. He's MAGA trash now. Well, he's probably always has been deep down, but
Yeah.
it's just literally the weakest halftime show I've ever seen. They're probably just like scrounging the earth trying to find anybody who want to perform at this shit. And I think we called Kid Rock like 20 episodes ago. And the
Yeah.
fact that he's
Who else?
headlining,
'Cause who else do y'all have?
I don't think he's made a song since like 2007. I looked it up to be careful, and it was that one song All Summer Long. I think that was 2007. And before that, I don't remember him doing anything since like 2001. So that boy ain't been relevant in 18 years. So enjoy Turning Point, folks. I'm sure it's going to be awesome. Lee Bryce, who? Woman never heard of.
I think the craziest thing about all these people selling out for MAGA is that Trump's checks be flopping. They be bouncing. He don't actually be paying people. He didn't pay the construction crew that was working on the fucking White House. He didn't pay the people who was working on his golf course. There are people that have been in court with Donald Trump for fucking 10 years, bro, trying to get money that he fucking owes them because he don't pay people. So it's crazy that all of these people are selling out for money that's never coming. Just like those stimulus checks, and he was talking, oh, well, the tariff checks. They've been talking about that shit for like a year, bro. I stopped even reading my brother. Hey, y'all think we go? No, we not, bro. This is not fucking coming, dog. He don't pay the people who fuck with him. That's why y'all gotta stop fucking with him. Y'all not getting nothing out of it. Whatever, man. Wrap this shit up.
Yeah, man. I'm interested to see the viewership on this halftime
I
show.
can't wait. It's gonna be just as much as Melania's debut.
And the most annoying part is like part of me wants to watch it to see how whack it's going to be, but I don't want to give them any viewership numbers. So I'm going to like have to
Yeah,
watch it on like some stream later. I'm sure clips will be everywhere, cringy clips. Uh,
yeah,
that
they
was
will.
one of the worst things ever. This is when I realized I really hated Kid Rock now. It was like a Trump rally. I don't know if it was the first like the first go around or like the second or the third. But he was like just like trying to fire up the crowd, and he's like, "Hell yeah, America!" Like badass, and like doing all these whack ass rhymes, and people were like, "This is a presidential rally," and we got this guy like dropping these weak ass bars from 1999. Like, get
I was
out of
done with
here!
him when he was up in the fucking Oval Office, just like Evil Knievel, bro. I was like, "What the fuck is you doing?"
And then he had the balls, he had the gall, the gumption to disrespect Bud Light. And then after that, there's a picture of him drinking a Bud Light at a sporting event. That man ain't about
Shocker.
shit. Exactly. Um, that wraps up LLPNN for February 2nd. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you at the segment show if you watch this. If you don't, then you'll never know. I'm Joey. This is Corinne. Good night.